Section 1, the soft break, where sovereignty ends. We must begin with a question, a hard question. Where do you end? Where does the world begin? Most people cannot answer this. They believe their self is a solid thing, a stone in a river. But it is not. It is more like water mingling with water. Your edges are soft. They are porous. The world seeps in. It does so quietly, so slowly. You do not notice the change until it is complete. You wake up one day and your choices are not your own. They belong to a system you did not build, a system you did not approve. This is where people break, not in a great and sudden snap, not in a moment of high drama. They break in the small moments, the quiet compromises, the decision to wait until tomorrow, the choice to seek a moment of ease instead of holding a difficult line. Each small choice is a hairline crack in your foundation. One crack is invisible. 1,000 cracks will bring the structure down. Willpower alone cannot stop this. Willpower is a muscle. It gets tired. A structure, however, does not tire. It simply stands. So we are not talking about courage. We are talking about architecture. The internal architecture of the self. Ask yourself these questions. Who decides when your work is done? Who gives you permission to rest? Who tells you what you should want? If the answer is a voice from outside yourself, your borders have been breached. If the answer is a vague feeling, your borders are undefined. The world rushes into undefined spaces. It fills them with its own agenda. Your sovereignty is not lost in a single battle. It is surrendered in a series of small, quiet negotiations. Each one seems reasonable at the time. Just this once. It's easier this way. Everyone else is doing it. These are the phrases of surrender. They are the sounds of pacification taking hold. You were not conquered by force. You were sedated by convenience. And that is a far more difficult occupation to overthrow. Section 2, the anatomy of a compromise. Let us examine the moment of compromise. It is a clinical moment. It happens under the cold light of a single decision. Imagine a clock on the wall. The second hand sweeps with a quiet, steady rhythm. I will work for 1 hour without distraction. The rule is active. For 10 minutes the line holds. For 20 the structure is firm. Then a thought arrives, a whisper. It suggests an easier path. Check your phone, just for a minute. The compromise begins here. The whisper does not feel like an enemy. It feels like your own voice. It sounds reasonable. It sounds like a friend offering relief. This is the first trick. Pacification is not an external force shouting commands. It is an internal suggestion, camouflaged as your own desire for rest. It speaks of reward. It promises a small hit of pleasure, a funny video, a message from a friend, a piece of news, a tiny escape from the tension of holding your own line. One path is the one you laid out. It is straight, it may be difficult, it requires you to hold the tension. The other path is a gentle curve into a soft, warm place. The compromise is the act of choosing that curve. A biological transaction, selling a piece of your resolve for a dose of dopamine. The system knows this. It counts on it. Think of it like rust. Rust does not attack steel with a hammer. It works with oxygen and water. It is a slow, chemical process. It finds a small, unprotected spot and begins its work. A compromise is that unprotected spot, a scratch in your resolve. The system provides the damp air, the climate for decay. And once it starts, it spreads. One compromise makes the next one easier. The rust of compliance begins to eat away at the steel of your will. Section 3, the pacification machine, gears of comfort. Now you must see the machine itself. It is not a conspiracy, it is a system. It evolved, a vast and intricate clockwork built to manage human behavior on a massive scale. Its primary function is to reduce friction, to make things smooth, to make things predictable. And the greatest source of friction is a sovereign individual, a person who acts on their own principles, not on external cues. So the machine developed a tool, a very effective tool. That tool is pacification, and it is built from the gears of comfort. The first gear is the promise of ease. The machine whispers a constant lullaby. It doesn't have to be so hard. There is an easier way. Every shortcut turns the gear one notch. It tightens a wire you cannot see. The wire is not made of steel. It is made of habit, and habit is stronger than any prison bar. The second gear is the management of your attention. Your focus is a finite resource, the fuel for your sovereignty. The machine knows this, so it builds dazzling displays, bright screens, loud noises, constant notifications, an endless river of information designed to be shallow and fast-moving. Your attention is monetized, fragmented, sold. You are left with the scraps. It is hard to build a fortress with scraps. The third gear is social validation. Humans are tribal. We are wired to seek approval, to belong. The machine exploits this need with brutal efficiency. It creates trends. It manufactures consensus. It shows you a million images of people, happy, successful, compliant, and whispers, be like them, fit in, don't be the one who stands apart. The fear of social isolation is primal. The machine uses this fear as a leash. It keeps you in the herd, safe, predictable, easily managed. The machine's success is not based on psychology alone. It is based on biology. It is a hack, targeting the oldest parts of your brain. Comfort speaks the body's ancient language. Sugary snack, a like, a chime, small synthetic rewards, shortcut feelings without effort. The loop strengthens. It becomes a default setting. Difficult, meaningful task versus easy, pleasant distraction. It is not a moral failing. It is a biological process. The door isn't locked. It's simply more pleasant to stay inside. There's a part of you that helps the machine. You must meet it. You must name it. Let us call it the ghost. The ghost avoids conflict, reduces pain, maintains harmony. It will trade your sovereignty for a moment of schism. Jaduse 21st eeuw kunnen Noorsen. Satholt. To reclaim your sovereignty, you must first know what you have lost. You must conduct an audit, an inventory of your own life. This is not a time for judgment, not for shame. It is a time for cold, hard facts. Be precise. For 1 week, track every hour. Do not write stories, do not make excuses, just write the data. The patterns will be stark. They show the exact shape of your cage, the mechanisms of your pacification. Next, audit your inputs. What makes you stronger? What makes you weaker? Does it serve your purpose or the machine? Be ruthless. List every yes this month, and why. Was it alignment or the ghost? To avoid conflict? To gain approval? To take the easy way out? Facts are the scalpels that cut away delusion. An audit shows you the ruins. Now you must build. You will not build a palace overnight. You will build a small fort. A defensible position, walls and a gate. This fort is a system of personal rules to protect your time, your attention, your will. The blueprint is simple. built on clarity and consistency, not on passion or intensity. This is engineering, not art. The foundation is a single core principle. One clear why, written down. It is the flag that flies over your fort, your northern star. Boundaries are what you will not do. They must be sharp and non-negotiable. I do not check email after 6 p.m. I do not consume news in the morning. I do not engage in pointless arguments online. The gate is your routine. One controlled entry point to your day. A small, unfailing sequence. For example, wake at 6 a.m., drink a glass of water, read 10 pages of a real book, write 1 page in a journal. Not about tasks, about starting with a victory. It is the act of telling yourself, I am in command here. The rest of the day flows from that first assertion of power. You are the architect and the foreman. Use simple tools to enforce the structure. These tools are your allies against the machine. Do not rely on mood, rely on a clock, a bell, an alarm. At 8 a.m., the work block begins. The trigger is an impersonal command. A deep-sea pressure gauge does not ask how it feels. It simply measures. Your clock is your gauge. It tells you what must be done. Now, control your environment. This is not weakness, it is strategy. Make the sovereign path the path of least resistance inside your fort. Hold your line.